this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to Ranked. Now, this is the segment where Joe the Horror Man and myself pick a franchise and rank it. Very simple. Now, try to keep in mind that I rank from my least favorite to my favorite, and I rank basically off of three criteria, which is rewatchability, nostalgia, and overall entertainment value. And this is just my opinion and how I see the films. Now, today we're going to be talking about the Pet Sematary franchise. And the Pet Sematary franchise has 4 films, so let's get started. Coming in at number 4 is the Pet Sematary remake. Now, this is an incredibly solid franchise, in my opinion. I like all 4 movies, and I like all 4 movies quite a bit. But I'll get to that. The Pet Sematary franchise is one that I wasn't always the most fond of, but seeing some of the films in a different way definitely drew me to this franchise I just like it a lot more. So, the remake does change a few things around from the original Pet Sematary, and that's okay, because in my world, both can exist. Both the original and the remake can exist, and I think they both have a lot to offer. So, yeah, definitely check out the remake. It's not as bad as people say it is. And that is number 4, Pet Sematary, the remake. Coming in at number 3 is Pet Sematary 2. Now, this was one that I didn't particularly care for when I was younger that much, but I've seen it through new eyes, I guess you could say. First of all, it had been years since I had seen it when I watched it for Franchise Frenzy with Joe. And I was really shocked by how much this movie made me like this franchise. It's a very solid sequel, and I actually really like it. Edward Furlong is great in this, and there's so much about this film that I like. And that is number 3, Pet Sematary 2. Okay, coming up at number 2, and this may shock some people, but it's the original Pet Sematary. Now, I've always liked this film, but like I said, through watching part 2 again and my number 1, which is coming up, it's made me like this franchise a heck of a lot more than I used to. I think Gage is really good in this film for being a little kid. I'm not as fond of the mom, and I think the little girl is a little whiny at times. But overall, this is a really solid ghost story. Yeah. Herman Munster. He's just so great in this. Fred Gwynn, R.I.P. This movie is just so good. It's a classic for a reason. And that is Pet Sematary. Which leaves my number 1, Pet Sematary Bloodlines. Now, this is a prequel to the original, or it can be used as a prequel to the remake. It kind of doesn't matter, if I remember correctly. I really like this film. This and part 2 changed the way I look at this franchise. This is a slasher movie, all but a supernatural slasher, and I loved it. I thought this movie was so well made, and I know some people jumped on it right away and said how much it sucked, but not me. I was all in with this film. David Duchovny is really good in this, and it's just a really great prequel. So that's it, guys. That's my number 1, Pet Sematary Bloodlines. Definitely let us know what you think. Either comment your ranking down below or make your own video. just let us know so we can check it out. And don't forget to check out Joe's ranking for Pet Sematary. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.